150323 here, doing my yard work, having an enjoyable day. Melanie's visiting, so hopefully I get to go on holidays next June. Yeah, a number 150323. That's my fashion accessory for a year. My site monitoring unit is on the desk there. Infrared beam right there, which so can read and tells me when I'm home and not home. If it can't read me, central monitoring calls me from Surrey, from central monitoring, and then my probation officer gets a printout. I've only had one printout so far. I got this because of a marijuana grow operation. I had 6 lights. One table was 6 by 16, 4 lights, 100 plants. Another table was 2 lights, 5.5 feet by 9 feet, 45 plants. However, when the bust happened May 4th of last year, I wasn't home when it happened. I'm not a dealer. I'm just a grower, like I said, the smart ones. They sell their products. Well, that's too bad for me, but in the end it's good. I'm doing more in this year than I've done in the last 30 years. Because the last 30 years I've been spoiled by government, grandma and friends. And Kelowna, it's a very cliquey town. It's who you know to find work. And they just offer minimum wage and get somebody else off the street if you're not happy. And there's lots of millionaires. And there's lots of drug money in town. Look at all the fancy metal driving around town. Some Hells Angels are here also. You know, there's nothing for people from the age of 16 to say 40 to do. And you gotta drive everywhere. Kelowna has the most decadent lifestyle in all of North America, the highest cost of living in North America. But paradise is corrupt here and has its problems. In Kelowna, sometimes you have to be dirty to survive. That's the way it goes. They just want to ignore the drug problems, the homelessness, the people with mental illnesses. Sooner or later it will catch up and all of a sudden it will be a crisis. What do you want to do? Shift the people, send them out of town? Why not build a facility there on the old KSS site and help these people who are really trying to get their act together? And some are and some aren't. Some of them are the criminal element, using homelessness as a disguise to sell their drugs. It's a good disguise. The drug scene has changed downtown now. You can't buy pot downtown anymore. It's either crystal meth, crack, or maybe heroin once in a while, but it's not the simple pot trade anymore. You can't buy Quaaludes or speeders anymore. Kelowna's become more sophisticated because they like the more deadlier drugs, but no one cares. There is some cute female police officers I like, some hotties. I wouldn't mind being arrested by a hottie. My friend Danae, I helped her out for 10 days. She was trying to clean up her act. She's trying to quit crystal meth because she came from Vancouver. So I helped her. Things are going fine. And then I guess she needed her fix. She stole my mini disc, which I paid $279 for, and my new Motorola L6 sliver. So last Sunday I lost over $500 worth of electronics, and that hurt. But you feel sorry for her, but you can't, because it's a decision she made. You know, if she chose the drug lifestyle, doing crystal meth, it depletes your brain of dopamine and I believe serotonin. You really don't eat. You just get thinner and thinner, and when you do eat, it's an effort just to chew food and swallow it. People doing crystal meth like sweets. That's what they like. I guess their body craves the sweets because your brain needs sugars to survive and function. Get into some kind of recovery program. I haven't seen her since, but I wish her luck and hope things go well for her. This is what she left me. That's my $500 souvenir of her. A little ducky she made. That's worth $500. Hard to believe, huh? A piece of Danae. Ducks are easy to get. You just wave the carrot in front of them and they do anything you want because they want that carrot so bad. Stick a fall guy in one of those houses and it can become a crack shack or a meth shack and deal out of it, and then sooner or later it will fall. Even if the house falls, you can sell it and get another house and stick somebody else in it. Somebody will be the duck. That's just part of life. It's chances I took. My shrink's aware that I interact with other drugs, but you know, it's in moderation. I don't get too carried away. Anyhow, my diagnosis is borderline schizophrenia, but what is borderline schizophrenia? So it's just a gray area. I like being in the gray area, but I'm excited to be alive. I've survived child abuse, schizophrenia, cancer, chemotherapy, so I'm glad to be alive. Remember I had my surgery in October 92 and November 92, and you came up with the hamster in the surgical ward, you and Genevieve, the hamster on the loose. That would freak the nurses out. Contamination. Anyways, marijuana, honey oil, hash is boring these days. I like doing ecstasy, which is total fun, but you can't do too much to ecstasy. Because when you do drugs like coke, crystal meth, or whatever, you undergo a deterioration, and it's a lifestyle. In the end, you're just harming yourself, and you gotta think of the future. What will it do to your body? Concerning Melanie's brother Matthew and friends, they're just kids still dealing. They think they can get rich, but they can't. They're just small fish. They're just little guys. They're not smart. The smart dealers, they sell. They don't use. They don't care for the stuff. They just want to keep the populace happy. It's only the big fish who are doing well because they're smart. They've been in the pond for like 25 years or longer. So they know everybody's needs and wants. In Kelowna, when one falls down, another one pops up. Nobody cares. Hopefully in time, if Matthew gets his act together, he can heal his body and hopefully live long. It'd be sad if he expires when he's 60, you know, before he retires. He has to start taking care of himself, you know. If not, he's going in a downward spiral. There's no one to blame but himself, you know. It's time to grow up. You're not a teenager anymore. You've got responsibilities. That's all I have to say. You know, for every action, there's a reaction. I usually win at most games because I've been on my own for 30 years. To me, it's like that aha song, living a boy's adventure tale. Who knows what the next adventure is coming around the corner. But I'm excited to be alive. I've survived.